live to do fun and interesting stuff with all of you as an interactive audience. Today is no exception, ladies and gentlemen, because something we're doing today was unexpected and something I was not actually going to do, but something has arrived early. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you to my next attempt at improving my streams for 2023. Yes, a Kensington ring light has arrived early. I actually ordered this Thursday night. It was late during my day off. And if you remember, last week, we were talking about more possible improvements to the streams. I have this atmospheric ambient lighting behind me now, this LED strip. And everyone was kind of talking about they liked the improvements. But man, the one thing that definitely could use improvement is the overall lighting here in the office. That I just don't look that good lighting-wise, depending on the situation. I agree. As I've explained to you guys many times over the years, I'm not a pro. I don't have the chops, right, to know things about lighting, to things about angling and stuff like that. For the longest time, I was using a 10-year-old webcam that looked awful. Now I'm actually using a much better webcam that looks pretty good in 1080p. I just didn't know anything about it. But over the last several months, you guys have helped. I've been trying to make improvements around here, all right? The lighting I'm currently using, no exaggeration, is a cheap lamp that I bought at Target, which is like a variety store, over 10 years ago. It's something that I bought that I used in my condo in Connecticut for a very long time for lighting. It's just 5 of those, bendable arm lights. So it's 5 bulbs. Level 1 is 1 bulb, level 2 is 3 bulbs, and level 3 is 5 bulbs. I usually just use level 2 in the office here. Right now I'm using level 2. That's the lighting that you're seeing right now. But it's not great. Let's be honest here. It's not really sufficient. It's not something you would want to use in any kind of a professional capacity, but I have been for over a decade. All right? And with everyone saying, hey, it's so easy now to do all these upgrades and all these things to your setup, and the fact that you now have a better camera, a better capture device, right? Now you have ambient lighting. What's the next step? Improve the lighting in the room, all right? So I asked all of you last week for advice and input. I said, do you guys have any advice on better lighting? Is there something you could suggest? Because here's the thing. I can't break the bank. I can't be spending hundreds of dollars on a lighting setup, all right? But if you guys could suggest something that seems economical but may actually make a significant improvement, I would absolutely be willing to do it. And a fan reached out to me, and they sent me a link to this ring light. They said they did research, and it looks like a lot of the ring lights and things out there are made more for professional capacity. They'll literally say right on them, this is for studio level recording. This is for, such and such. Obviously, I don't have a professional studio here regardless. We don't have great color scheme and everything. It's not going to be a giant deal that I need some $200 ring light in order to make ends meet. Instead, they found something that's very economical. This Kensington ring light is actually designed for basic day-to-day office use. You're someone who's going to go on a webcam and you're going to talk with people over video conferencing all day. Wait a minute, isn't that what I do? Right? So there you go. And the cool thing about it is plug and play and super easy to use. It's supposed to mount right here on the webcam tripod that already exists. And all that happens is I take the webcam you guys are using to see me right now and I mount it in the middle here. And it just sits there, and it apparently has different lighting modes. It has daylight and then another one. So I guess it's like, daylight. Let's see what it says. Sunset, sunrise, and then daylight. So basically it has 3 different levels of lighting. Likely, I'll be honest with you, I think we're going to use the lowest one. I can't foresee us using a super bright one. I think it's going to, blow us out. Oh my God, too bright. I guess we'll see. But anyway, it's just another improvement. And the thing is, I ordered it, and I was supposed to show up tomorrow, and they bumped it, and it showed up right now this morning. I'm like, cool. Well, that means we have something to do today on the podcast that's a little different. That was unplanned, so we can mess around. We're going to unbox it live. We're going to see what it comes with. We're going to hook it up. We're going to see if it works. Maybe we could turn off that lamp over there permanently. And every time that I'm here broadcasting for you guys, we'll just be using this, okay? Now, it's cheap, by the way. if this ends up being good, it's only like 40 bucks. So maybe you are someone who does video conferencing, someone who makes videos for YouTube or does a little bit of dabbling in streaming, and you're looking for an economical light. Well, I'm going to let you know how this one works. And if it works, then I'll recommend it. You know what's funny? Kensington, this brand has been around forever. This brand used to be around back when I worked at Circuit City in the early 2000s. We were selling Kensington computer peripherals, supplies. Like they did like cases for laptops. They did, wireless keyboards, wireless mice, wired accessories, basically all kinds of accessories for your computer devices. And here we are 20 years later, and they're still doing it. And it's super economical, right? Now, let's see how good it is. It might not be that good. We don't know. The thing is, I'm not looking for super high end. I'm just looking for something that day to day, we can turn it on. It'll look good. Honestly, do we really need it for the podcast? Probably not. If you take a look at the lighting right now, it's pretty good, right? I think the lighting is good for the podcast. I think where we could really make use of this is during gameplay. Case in point, take a look at my gameplay over the last few nights. We're on late streams. I've been trying to do some ambient lighting. And it works, but you can't really see me that well because I have to dim the lights a little bit to really see the ambient lighting. Perhaps with this ring light, it'll improve the gameplay, quality of camera. And here's another thing too. Let's be honest. If the lighting in this room gets dramatically improved, there's potential that perhaps I could do a green screen at some point. I'm not promising that because here's the thing. A green screen would mean basically changing my setup. You see this stuff behind me? It couldn't be there if I had a green screen. I would have to set up a screen that goes behind me, behind this chair. And that would take up the whole wall behind me, so there would be no room for decorations or anything. All right? And that's a different. A lot of people have said, you know what? Since your lighting's improved, since your camera's improved, you don't need a green screen anymore. That people wanted a green screen previously because they thought that it looked like crap, but now they actually like the little decorations and things that I have. They say it adds a little bit of a touch to it that other streamers don't have. So, we'll see. Let's see what happens. I'm not promising that. I'm just saying, hey, if the webcam quality is already better, if the lighting is better, if all the pieces are coming together, then you can look towards doing something like the green screen, right? But the thing is, I never wanted to promise that until we had all the other pieces in place, and the pieces are starting to come together, okay? So let's see. Today we're going to do this live on the podcast, unboxing and hooking it up, all right?